Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning there, Lorne. Yes, another day arises. Lots of challenges ahead. 6:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Most people will be in bed. Yeah. What's happening in your world over there? Quite cool here this morning. Quite cool. We're going to go and have our, as you can see, today's topic is called Jab Day. We're going to go and have our booster shot today. Go and have our booster shot. That'll get put onto our certificate, and then we're good to travel. We hope. On week tomorrow. Two real estate agents come. The first bloke, he wasn't worth much. He didn't seem too interested. The lady that come out here, she's a go-getter. So we'll see what happens. But we're still lacking in funds until the house gets done. Still restricted on a few things of what I can do. Got to get the car serviced. Can't do too many more kilometres because I've run out of warranty. What else have we got to do? We've got a couple of little things to get out of the way. But if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. If you do got it, you got to go and get it. Someone's lurking in the background because there's two people. Gammons Productions. Good morning, Gammons Productions. How are you there, sir? Good to see you. Wide-eyed, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at this time of the morning. Getting the jab there, the booster. The booster, we've had the 1 and the 2. Now we're just going to go and get the number 3 to make it all clean. You either get it or you don't go too far here in Australia. You either get it really early. So if you haven't got the certificate, you can't get into a restaurant, you can't get into a pub, you can't go and do this, you can't go and do that. getting very, very restrictive here. So we've had the 1 and the 2. We've just got to get the third one. I get cramps all the time, gammons. I get bad cramps in my legs, mate. It's shocking. I've got to walk it out in the house, you know. And it's all to do with circulation. The bloody tablets that I take are like horse tablets. I'm trying to think of what they're called. With a cane today. Ooh. Yeah, well, if you want to really get anywhere here in Oz, you've got to step up, because once we cross the border and we're out of our state, we're in like sort of no man's land. And if you haven't got the right documents to go into a restaurant, a pub, go to visit, shopping centres are starting to say to people, no jab, no entry. But I'm trying to think of the tablets that I take. They're bloody big buggers. Circulation. I suffer from them all the time, mate. I wake up, that's what wakes me up sometimes in the middle of the night. Just sitting there and cramps. Not even daylight yet. There's nobody else but CSL, the lawn, the boomerang, the Canadian boomerang, and the gammons in the house. Not an Aussie to be seen. Yeah, not an Aussie to be seen this morning. I would say the next Aussie that comes up would be Brendan. Haha. The phone's not ringing over here, CSL, at this time of the morning. Gammon said, I'm for the record, don't think the jab should be forced on anyone. Just surprised so many people reject it because they don't understand it. They think they understand it, but at the end of the day, it's a big thing, mate. If I want to go travelling and I want to do what I want to do without any restrictions, ha ha ha, I don't make the big money playing video games, Lorne says. Just kidding, gammons. Nah. It's a part of what, it's a digital wallet now, And if you haven't got the digital warrant to travel, you're going to be stuck in places. Some shops won't even let you in unless you got that third part. We get the jab today, and within about 3 hours of having that jab, it'll be put onto our digital wallet with our other two injections that have been done, and that will successfully allow us to do that's right. None of us are doctors or scientists, but if you guys, any of you two want to jump up here, just say hit the sync, or give me the link, or give me the ink, and you can chat. To save your little fingers, do the walking across the computer keyboard. Yeah. I might be a mad scientist, but my credentials are well. LOL. Yeah. Look, I love watching people gaming and doing certain things and playing certain games. It just I'm from the old school, mate. I'd rather play them. I used to play Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario Brothers, but in those, when they first come out, it was, it was a new era. I can sit there and watch things. I just sit back in the background and watch guys like Gammons and Hook and plenty of other people. But it's a hard one. Look at that, not even a fucking Aussie's out of bed yet. Wake up, you motherfuckers in Australia. Get out of bed. That's all right, my friend, that's all right. You look after your family. Yes, I'll be here for another hour and a half, maybe. But I've got to get 9 o'clock. I've got to make sure I've had my breakfast. I've got to go and have a shower. And then we've got to go and have our jab, 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 jab. I'm down to fuck all weed. I'm in need. I got no money until the honey sells the house. Not for a mouse. I'm going to try and see if I can get a quarter pound of something once the money goes through. It's now 6:43 a.m. It's in between 6 and 7, if you can tell the time on the clock. If you can't, it's after midnight and before lunch. Ha ha ha. What? There's a third. Oh, there's 4 in there now. Look out. What's going on? Got 4 in there. See if I'm on the money. See if I'm on the money. The real estate agent's getting 2 big skip bins out here in the next Thursday. Tomorrow they'll be here. And once we get the skip bins and get some rubbish sorted out, more rubbish, it's all automatic stuff. She's going to come, the real estate lady, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. She's going to come out and do some videoing, and they put the video online and people will see it, and this place will go pretty quick because hopefully, because the market is hot now for properties. It's a seller's market, and she's given us a price of what she thinks it should go for. It might go for more. It's like a bidding auction, so people will buy houses apparently sight unseen, just what they can see off a video or an auction, live auction, and we hope that everything goes cool. But we've got a few little family issues to get sorted out, not my issues, the other side of the family on the automatic side. Once she gets that sorted out the next couple of days, we're hoping to be out of here next Thursday, tomorrow week. Got a few little things to pack up. We've got a lot of things to pack up, we just got to get it in the right perspective and fill all these little nooks and crannies. It'll all happen, it's just a matter of time, and time waits for nobody, not even the gear and the automatic. You can have an automatic gear or a gear automatic. 5 in the house. Come and show your face, motherfuckers. Come and put your name up on the board. Don't sit back. Ali G, good morning. The sister of the Gammons is here. Hey, what a breath of fresh air to see the Ali this morning. Hey, what a breath of fresh air. Good to see you there, Ali. Sister of the pineapple. Hey. What a way to go. What a way to go. Hey, we've got everybody in their house is from overseas. And these lazy freaking Aussies cannot get out of bed on a Wednesday morning. There's one word in there, pal, that I would have been screwed today. We won't go there. Hey, you're lucky you got a very tight-knit family there, Gammons and Ali. You know, you're there for each other, and that's a great sign. I don't have any siblings. My sibling has passed away many years ago. I have my own daughter, and I have yeah, you know what you're talking about there, Gammons. LOL. But I got the best thing. Little creatures refuse to sleep. Yeah. I got the best woman that I could ever ask for, you know. She's there for me through thick and thin, through good and bad. We get on like a house on fire together. We don't have lots of issues with that. Most of the time it's our arguments and things is because of I got a walking stick. I got 2 walking sticks, mate, because my left leg gives me hell through what's it called? Diabetic neuropathy. It gives me hell, mate. If I don't keep my medication up, I can be walking down the road or walking in a shopping centre and the left leg will just go, oh, and give out a little bit. But anyway, that's all a part of life. You got to go and do a bit of exercise, which, in my book, I don't do enough of. But once we get on the road and we get into a routine, it's no good sitting around a caravan and not getting out in the world. I did, Ali. I didn't even do anything last night. When I was yesterday afternoon, about what time was it? About 5 o'clock or something. Yes, I am. I never went back onto the tube. I stayed clear of it. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, as I always do. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. My body clock says, wake up there, yeah, and go do a few kilometres. Can't do that anymore because I don't drive trucks. So, once I wake up, it takes me a little while to either get up or I try to go back to sleep. So I made a nice cup of tea. Dazzle, g'day bloke, how you going? Dank McDizzle is from the UK, not the USA. I told him he was just a danky doodle dandy yesterday, and he come from the USA, and the gear fucked up big time. He's a pommy. He's from my dad's old fucking, my dear old dad, guys, rest his soul, he's from over that way. Yeah, good to see you here, Dank. What's the time over there in the UK? What's it going to be, a good day? The Dank's in the house with the LE. We got 6. 1953. 7. nearly 6 o'clock over there at night, is it? Still a storm over here. Oh, there. Yeah, 6 o'clock on Tuesday for you, isn't it? 6 o'clock, because I'm in the future. Hey? Imagine waking up and thinking you're in the future and seeing a fucking bloke like me looking at you. You'd run a mile. You'd scare yourself. You'd say, I'm not going to get me out of this fucking wild dream. Quick, help, help. We've got the GP in the house. And he's not a doctor, but he's a doctor of. GP, Gammons. Cowboy Car Crusher. G'day, bloke. Good to see you here. I'm going to find out, cowboy. I'm going to have my booster today, and Automatic's having hers. And then, no, I hate noodles, mate. I fucking hate. I'd rather punch on with two blokes and have a noodle. I hate them, mate. I'm a little sook. Oh, I'm going to cry my eyes out. I hate noodles with a passion. But I didn't worry about the first 2 shots. I was quite okay with that because young small block, she don't blink an eyelid when she has a needle. And she come with me and I said, if I start to cry, what do I do? And she just held my hand. Yeah. That's it, mate. Everyone reacts differently. But I'll go and have it. Get it over and done with. And then I've got to go and have my last will and testimony updated. See my lawyer and make sure that everything's in place. Because if you go to somewhere else and something happens, hey, I could be leaving it to somebody that I don't want to leave it to, so. Yes, I know the Pfizer, the AstraZeneca, and now they got this new, the third one's a different one. I'm not sure which one we're having, but Automatic organised it. Whatever they pump into her, they're going to pump into me, so. Yeah, well, that's right. The first shot I didn't have any with the noodle going in, but I felt very nauseated after the first one. It lasted an hour or so. I just laid down and I kept a bucket beside the bed just in case, but that's the way I felt. I felt like I wanted to spew up everywhere. The second one I never had any reactions to. And it's just it's something that everybody has a different reaction to what they do. But as long as this government doesn't keep on saying, oh, we're going to do this, you've got to do this, and there's another one coming and another one. It's daylight now. It's daylight in Australia. There's a bit of it's been there for a while. Yeah. Yes. What did I say, people in the house? I said the first Aussie will be the one and only Brendan. And he's here, the first Aussie's in the house. The rest are overseas visitors. Yeah, I know. That's what we've done over here. If you want to go into a shop, cowboy, and you haven't had you haven't got the vaccination certificate on your phone or in your hand, you don't go anywhere, mate. But, mate, I was right on the money. I said this morning, Lorne will be the first one, Brendan will be the second one, whichever order they be. And Lorne was the first overseas visitor, and then we have Brendan just comes from fucking left field, and just, hey, you cannot beat. I backed him in. I said he's going to be the first one here, the first Aussie, and guess what? He was. Good on you there, Brendan. Good to see you, mate. Off to work today, Mr. Tradesman. He's. I think he works for himself, and he's a builder, and he puts in long hours and long days. Yeah, you the man, Brendan. You the man, the working man. Got to make sure that the workers did you have to have any jabs, Brendan, for your to do your job, to go places? We're just on the jab day today. The agenda for today is go and have a jab. And that's not Jabberoo either. Jabberoo's up in the top of Northern Territory. We're going to go and have our final jab, the booster. And then I think it's going to be an inside day today. When I come back, I've got maybe 4 or 5 furniture boxes to pack up. Yeah, that's right. They made you get it because otherwise you couldn't go to work. Yeah. If I wasn't going anywhere, I would have said shove the noodles where I don't care. But because we want to get out and about, CSL's on the go. He's on the go again. The Canadian taxi driver is our friend CSL. Yeah, well, I think Brendan, it's the digital wallet with that certificate. Now you can't get into a restaurant. You can't go into Kmart. Well, hang on, you can go into Kmart. It's what they call the essentials. If you haven't got the essentials, you want to go into shops. Some shops refuse you. You can't go into a pub now and sit down and have a beer or a meal. Not that I go to the pub all the time, but there's just certain restrictions that they've placed on us. And once we get out of Victoria and go into another state, you're at their mercy. I know it's a hard thing to say, but I think it's an essential thing to have if you want to continue on without kicking too many cans along the track. You've got to have some sort of backup in place. Oh, okay. You went for Chinese. Ah, you have wonton for futong. Yes. Cowboy Car Crusher, yes, he's Gammons, he's in Texas. I'm pretty sure the Crusher's in Texas. Chicken sweet corn soup. Oh, yum, yum. I love a combination or a prawn omelette. Love it. Automatic's got she's a black bean sauce. I don't mind the old, that's it, mate. Yep, I'm all for the laxed rules. But see, I think, not what's today, it's Wednesday. On Monday, one part of our state had an increase of 5,700 people that had caught the COVID through no fault, just by going out and doing things. You go to the supermarket now, you've got to wear a mask everywhere you go. You're walking past people that you don't know. The brother's in the house, the brother. G'day there, Silverback, good to see. Can't stay? Yes, bro. Love you back, and hello to the Mrs. Gigi. It's 2 p.m. in Dallas, says Cowboy. It's just gone 7 a.m. here in downtown Aussie land. We've only got one Aussie in the channel, and the rest are from OS. Hey, we got the Brendan is the true Aussie boomerang, mate. He keeps on coming back. And the Lawn, he's my Canadian boomerang. He's a boomerang too, and so's the Silverback, and the Cowboy, and the Dank, and the Alley. These are all fucking motherfuckers boomerangs, 'cause you keep on coming back. And that's why the gear is here, to give you some cheer. It might be early, but the early bird catches the worm. Yes, yes, yes. Forget the rest. Cowboy Car Crushing, Silverback's my bro from the US. I've been a part of his life and a part of my life for, I don't know, 7 or 8 months. Followed him through the good times, the bad times, the hard times, and the bullshit times. And I haven't left his side, and I never will. And one day, I want to meet this bloke. Whether he comes here or I go there, you never know. But my beautiful, lovely but my beautiful small block, it's a little bit hard for her to say Silverback Nation, so she calls him the monkey. And he said she's the only one that's allowed to call him that. He's a gorilla, Silverback Nation. He's a gorilla grower. But she calls him the monkey. And we had a live Skype thing last night about 7:30 with small block, and Automatic was there, and they were just it is 2, 222, 5 2s, a 10. Yeah. Well, we passed that Gammons. That was yesterday, and I never seen it. It's 23 today, 02 2022. Wow. You guys are lucky. Happy today. Congratulations in the USA and anywhere else. It's 222 just for you. And that's not a number 2 to have a poo. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, they try to knock you off your perch, Silverback, but guess what? You'll come back with fucking a vengeance, mate. Fuck the haters. Yeah. G'day, Lorne again. The Canadian taxi driver is back when you say when. Automatic's in there. And I can hear her. She's snoring in the morning. She'll be up soon because we've got to go and have our nabs, our jabs. Which arm am I going to have it in? I don't know. Left or right or left? Good to see you drop by, Silverback, bro. Number 1 brother from another mother. And the lovely Mrs. Gigi. We should be, we should have a clearer, what's today, Wednesday? We should have a clearer idea by Friday of where we're at. And see what happens. It could be a busy weekend. Just getting things put into place. Quite a few things are getting taken out of the house, and they're going to Automatic's other daughter. And then once the hammer falls on the live video, she's Small Blocks. Thanks for asking there, Dank, again. Small Blocks enjoying it in a new place. She's very happy down there. They do something every day. So yesterday they went walking. Today's her day. They go swimming in a heated pool, and she just loves going swimming. She can't swim, to save herself, but she does it her way, and she just loves being in the water. So we're still a little bit sad that she's not here with us, but she knows how to call Mum on the computer now. She's got a little tablet, and Mum's lined it up so that they can Skype each other and see each other when they want to call each other. So that's what she did last night. And the first thing she asked me about, she said, "What about your head? What about your head? Is it better?" That's all she wanted to know, is the gear's head was all right. And yeah, I miss her. I do. And I'd say Mum's missing her a lot more than me too. But hey, it is what it is. We can't change what we've done. And it gives Automatic now some time for herself. Time for herself. She's been looking after that girl for 30 odd years, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Yeah, there you go, 12 hours in a swimming pool. Yeah, well, if you let Small Block do it, she'll be there all day too. But she's in a happier place. She's got all the help that she can possibly need. Beautiful big house. That house that the company owned that she's in is run by a disability company, and that house is worth $750,000. It's very luxurious. It's got 4 bedrooms, three for the clients, one for the overnight carer. It's got 2 big lounge rooms. It's got a massive big, fully decked out bathroom for people with disabilities, handrails, showers. It's got a great big kitchen, great outdoors. They live opposite a park. It's just something that's we can go away and have peace of mind that she's in good hands. And last night she said she was happy, and she'd been out. And because of the other 2 girls, they're in the same sort of situation. They've got disabilities, and they're getting along well. And over here we have a TV show called Home and Away. That's her favourite TV show. It's on 7 o'clock Monday to Thursdays over here, and she doesn't miss it for the world. And one of the other girls over there in the house that she's in, that's her favourite show. So they're doing a little bit of bonding together, watching TV, learning about each other, thinking about each other, and they all do everything together. It's not if one wants to go out, one of the carers will take them out for the day, and if the other one wants to go out, another carer. So they can all go different directions, but they can all go out as a unit. It's called independent living, and it makes Small Block learn a little bit more about the independency of it all. She's going to, when she's here, yes, Dank, Home and Away is a big thing over here, and she, it's just going to make her more independent than what she was. When she was here, Mum and the gear would do things for her, which is normal, She's 24/7 care. Everything's got to be done for her. She can't tie her shoelaces up. She can't dress herself. She can't do a lot of things. But she's going to learn a little bit extra to put her skills at the best. She can sit. When she was here, she used to make me cups of coffee all the time. So I'd say to her, can you get me a beer out the fridge? She'd go and get a beer out the fridge. She'd have it open for me, do certain things. When I was a sick man, that young girl never left my side. She was there. So It's a sad situation, but it's also a happy situation. I'm sad because I miss her and I love her, but I also look that she needs to have a future besides Mum, myself. She has another sister, but that sister can't even look after herself. And she's sort of the black sheep of the family, and she's to put it honestly, she's on the hard motherfucking drugs called ice, and she hasn't changed in the last 9 years. She was gonna come here and stay in this house and look after her sister. But thank you, Dank. It's 6 months ago she told us that she was going to get her life back together. She was going to get off the drugs. She was going to do this. She was going to do that, and she was going to go to rehab. That's probably 8 months ago when we decided, it's time for us to do what we wanted to do. And she put her hand up and said, "Mum, I'll do this and I'll do that." 8 months down the track, 7 months down the track. Have you been to rehab? No. Are you still using? Yes. We can't put small block into a situation where she can't just sit here and watch her sister, We don't know what it was going to be like. Mum's had to, Mum and the eldest one don't survive eye to eye. And now because the house is getting sold, it's a big, I want this and I want that, and if you don't give me this and if you don't give me that, it ain't going to work, girl. And as soon as I go to get involved and say, "Hey, don't speak to your mother like that," I get abused and told to fuck off and stay out of it. It's nothing to do with me. Well, it is something to do with me. You're talking about my partner. It might be your mother, but you're talking shit to your mother and you're calling her names and you're demanding this and you're demanding that. Nah. Pull up. Automatic offered the daughter $30,000 or $40,000 out of the house to do something. She wanted 70. She wasn't happy with 30 or 40. She wanted 70. And then she told me that I don't have a claim on the house. Well, if she looked at the law and what was in front of her, Automatic and I have been engaged for 6 or 7 years, and legally I could have a claim under the way the marriage constitution works over here. I could put a claim in for that if Automatic wasn't here and passed away. And I would never do it, but she thinks that I don't have a right. I don't have a say in anything here. And the worst thing is that she's had 5 years or 6 years to clean her act up. She's done nothing. So it just makes it a sad situation. The family, the part of the immediate family that I have, they're here because there's a fortune here. It's not her legal right to do anything until her mother passes away. She thinks that she can just take it, and that's it. But guess what? I want to get off that fucking subject because it's depressing me. It's very depressing me. Can't handle depression. I've been there and done that, I just got to do something here. I'm not going anywhere. Oh. Thank you, Ali, for the lovely hearts. Yes. The automatic and I have a special relationship. We have a birthday on the same day. We don't argue, we don't fight, except if someone else gets involved, if you know what I mean. We're happy, we know each other, we think about the same things, we have the same thoughts about doing what we love, and that's travelling, exploring, looking. We're not getting any younger. The numbers go up, they don't go down. If they could find something to put us back 30 years ago, I'd be taking it. So, it's fun in the sun. But you've got to, you can't sit around when you've got something you want to do. I put a lot of money into that car and caravan out there. I could have bought 2 houses. I could have bought, 2 houses. What I've seen before. You buy a house, hey, I respect that, but when you buy a house, you go and do a hit, for sure. Yes, well, I love that caravan too. It's my mobile home on wheels. It's big. It's not the most economical caravan to be towing around this big country, but if you look at the new ones today, good morning, Mr. Windy Hill. And how's the Mr. Windy Hill down there in Melbourne? A-U-R-A, Zach. O.J. McBaggins. O.J. McBaggins, how are you? I got pure blood. Cheers, Lawn. Yes, it does, Zach. It's I think we're going to be in for a warm one. It's we're going to have our booster today. I don't want to, but yeah. What's the weather like where you are, AJ? Getting the 5G. Yeah, hey, great to see. Everyone's welcome. Good on you, Lawn. That's the way, pal. Over here, it's they can't make you have it, but if you want to be able to do things, That's when they separate it. You can, they will eventually, my way of seeing, I could be wrong, but my way of seeing all this is, if you don't have it in time to come, you're going to be put into another category. You can't come in here because you haven't had this. Expecting freezing rain here. Ooh. Is that called fucking snow? That white stuff that comes out of the sky and says, it's cold now, put a jumper on. Where we say, it's fucking hot over here, let's have a beer. You can't lay on the beach if it's snowing. If the sun's shining, I'm there. Oh, it's like slush. Yeah, we have things over here called slush puppies. They're a cold drink. Young Smalllock used to love them. Ha, slush. Edwin, welcome again. Good to see you, bloke. Worse than snow. Good to see you, everybody. We're just jumping around for a couple of hours. Then we're off to see the administrator that's going to administrate the jab. The jabber. Number 3, and that'll do me. Slush puppies. Ha ha! Slush puppies. Frozen ice. Frozen ice. Young Smalllock used to love the frozen Coke. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Dank in the mother place of the Queen. In what world does someone get 4 shots in one year? That's right, mate. They told us we were only going to need 1. Then they brought the second one in. Now they brought the third one in. Yeah, so they can't keep adding it on just because, But how do we stay protected? We're not really protected, are we? You can have all the fucking noodles in the world. And if you get that COVID, you could be fucking in trouble. You could get sick. I got a lady doctor that I've been going to for many years, and she just said, if you want to go travelling, I recommend this. And even though she's on the fence about many a thing, I'm not afraid of dying either. OJ, it's a point of being able to travel, be able to walk into a shop and buy what you want to buy. Hey, if I was still driving my trucks, motherfucker, Brendan, you want to watch when you cross the road, mate. You never know. If I didn't know, that's right, mate. You can. It's you can walk across the road and get hit by a truck, hit by a bus. Yep. You can get into a fight in a pub and one punch. You could be dead. I think that we all should be put on the same level and not segregated as 1 or 2 or 3 different, crowds. A lot of people protesting about this and this and this. That's their rights to protest. Everyone's entitled to their say. But don't put us all in the same basket and paint us with the same brush. It's an individual's right, not what the government wants you to do. We put the government in place to make the rules and to follow out things and do everything. Some of them politicians don't even they're just there for the money. On the cherry coke. Oh, eh? Conquer and divide. The cherry coke. Well, in our house, not so much me, but automatic. And when all small block was here, they were Pepsi Max. No sugar, Pepsi Max. I'm a ginger beer man. I don't drink a lot of sodas and a lot of pops. I do like a Guinness that hits the spot. I don't mind a beer. The hard stuff. Yeah. Everybody has something that they enjoy. Mexico Coke. Ooh. Mexico Coke. Is that a bit of white line fever there, Edwin? Naughty Nicky's in the house. Hey? The lady herself. G'day, Naughty. How are you? Good to see you. And hope you're as hot as you were yesterday there, girl. And the brother Stoney and I, we've got to fight it out for you, girl. But you're in a world of your own. You put some great things up on different platforms. And if I was a single man, I'd become looking for you with a smile on my face. I have much respect. Oh, okay. Mexican Coke and a bottle of sugar cane for sweetener. Ha ha. Rainy day here today. Glass bottle Coke tastes the best. Yeah, a can doesn't taste the same in a can. The good thing is that with a bottle, you can put a top back on it, but once you open the glass can, the can up, it's pretty hard to reseal them. But an old trick is get a teaspoon and put it in upside down with the long part into the can, and it will it won't let it go flat, but it won't make it. It'll just keep it as a. So when you taste it, you've still got a few bubbles. Back in the old days, mate, you couldn't drink a can of Coke straight down the house because of it'd absolutely tickle your throat to death. You couldn't drink it. The same as a can of a bottle of ginger beer. You do that with champagne. Ooh, little bit of champagne on ice. Hey, it's just as nice. Yeah, I've always been I like glass. I like a glass can of this, or you know, once you open that can, you got to drink it quick as you can. Always mix my Coke with ice to water it down a little. Yeah, a little bit fuzzy, a little bit fuzzy, fizzy, fizzy. Oh, 7-Up. 7-Up, yeah. We have a drink over here called Mountain Dew. Yahoo, Mountain Dew. Anyone remembers Sierra Mist? Not in this country, I can't say. But all the soft drinks now are just big sugar. And they haven't got the bubble when it goes down. Oh, you have Mountain Dew there too. Yahoo, Mountain Dew. I remember that one as a boy. So many different things that we enjoy. Everybody's got a taste for something different. My beautiful automatic is she only likes scallops out of the sea. She likes fish, but she's not a prawn eater. She wouldn't eat oysters. So anything that comes out of the ocean, the gear will make it disappear. Hawaiian Punch had the best commercials. What? All the pretty ladies? All the pretty ladies? Mr. Pibb? Who's Mr. Pibb? Sounds like an ark from Noah's Ark. Ha ha! I think I'm due for my coffee and my oil in a minute. I think I'm going to go and make a coffee and have my 225 medicinal oil, and that'll get me through. Dr. Pepper, now you're talking. Dr. Pepper. No, I've never heard of Mr. Pibb. We have pub squash, we have lemon squash, we have Fanta, we have Coke, Pepsi Max, lemonade, 7-Up. Yeah, Dr. Pepper's not the drink for the gear because okay. I don't touch any of those energy drinks. I say that I don't touch them, but beer's got sugar in it. I'm a diabetic, but I don't have to. My pancreas is fucked, and it only puts out a little bit of insulin. So my doctor says, go and do what you got to do. Enjoy it most days. Lucozade, yes. I have an ice cream. I have a sweet tooth. I have a piece of cake. I have ice cream. I put chocolate topping on it. I put caramel topping on it. It's what you got to do. But I go back to my doctor's on Friday. So just hang in the chat there for a minute. I'm just going to put the jug on. And I'll be back. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Oh. I won't be long. Sing a song. Where did it go to? Just making a copy. Just milk it instead. I won't be long singing a song. Oh, 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 said the man with the... Oh, what's happening here? Before I disappear. A big bar of chocolate. Ooh, chocolate, chocolate. Where are we up to? Ooh, Hershey's chocolate. I'm waiting on a countertop guy to come here measure. Should be here by the end of the hour. Then zip to the liquor store. Zipping on, and McDank. McDank is having... I'm just coughing on a big chocolate bar. Ooh. I'm just having a coffee. Coffee and me are the best of friends. I love my coffee in many different forms. Instant, yes. Cappuccino, yo yo. What's this? I figured I'm an idiot. Laughing my ass off. Time for a bit of oil. Lattes. Ooh. Oh yes, yeah. I don't make cappuccinos, lattes, anything that's coffee ground. I just love to put it down. You got a chocolate syrup and Dr. Pepper's laying around. Accidentally made. How can you accidentally make a latte? This one here, Canontrek T25 Topaz Oil. Medical cannabis and medical THC oil. Now, normally you can do it two ways. I think there's no bad taste about it, but sometimes I put it in my coffee, and it goes. It's like putting oil on top of water. It certainly does work for me, Ali. It's it took about a week to a fortnight. I've been on it for maybe 7 weeks now, 6 or 8, between 6 and 8 weeks, somewhere along there. And this stuff really, really does work for me. It's not cheap, but it's a little bit better than what the medical side of it gives you in other tablet form. I still take my medication that I take, but this stuff here is I think it does work. It really takes away the how do you say this? You get pain in your legs, you get sharpness and different ways in your body that you know. And it's yeah. Thanks, Ed. I get some. It's not so much arthritis. I don't. No, it's more the pain that's caused through diabetes, diabetic neuropathy, where they do a scan on your leg, my left leg, when they scan you and they do the what's it called, the they put that machine down your leg and it gives you the how your nervous system, your pulse. They give you I can't think of it now. But my left leg, good on you there, Lorne, the dad. Fix her a snack. I find it's therapeutically, it's good for me. My nerve system in my left leg is shot. It's all through diabetes and stuff. It helps. All I can say is it's doing me wonders, and like I'm only taking 0.3 of a mil. No, it's THC oil, not CBD, Dank. It's THC. Medical doctor prescribed it. My own doctor, the lady doctor that I'm going to see on Friday, she said, if that's what it takes to make your day a lot better, put it under your tongue. It takes a little time for it to disappear, but it hasn't got a bad taste. And within the hour, sometimes there's a little bit more. Does it take cannabis-y? Yeah, it's got that. Yeah, I like it. I just think it's earthy's right. Yes. For the first time that I used it, I just thought, because it takes a good couple of goes over a period, and it's 0.3 of a mil every day, and that's a 30 ml bottle. So I should get 100 days out of it. But sometimes I take a little bit extra just to kick the old body along. But it's THC oil. So there you go. You make your own RSO. So I haven't grown any weed for the last 2 years. Because we were ready to go when the pandemic hit, then we had to stop. So before the pandemic hit, I had my own little grow room in the shed in the backyard, and I grew some Blue Dream, some Gorilla Glue, some California Orange, and some Bruce Banner. I got a couple of pounds out of all that, and then I smoked a fair bit. I got rid of a little bit to pay for the electricity that I used. It wasn't cheap, but hey, you do what you do. And then things changed, and I had to start buying weed, mate. Doesn't take long when you're a smoker. Like a well-oiled machine. And I'm not a... I might be well-oiled. Man, I've got the smallest fucking nug left of weed, and that's all I've got. Mate, it wouldn't even weigh a fucking gram. That's about it until I can... I don't want to go... Mate, I could go down the street round the corner here in my little town, and I could buy a 50, I could buy a quarter, I could buy an ounce, but it's all fucking shit. It's all that fucking PGR shit. And one bloke round the corner, mate's charging $25 for a fucking nugget as big as your fucking fingernail, because there's no one else in town that's got anything decent. He won't be getting my money. I'll stay straight before I give that motherfucker $25. But if we'll just see what happens in the next couple of days. It's not as though in Top Gear, yeah. Well, not in Top Gear. If I had some good weed, and not PGR shit that's getting around this town. But we'll just wait and see what happens. You never know, mate. Top Gear. Yes, we have Top Gear over here. Top Gear. Well, I don't know what happened. They pulled that one down over here for some reason. Might have been through Jeremy or the other guy. Top Gear was a great show. I love the Need for Speed. I like motorsport. Anything that goes fast, I'm there. Don't ask. I drive an automatic, but I still change gear. Well, I don't know anything about mechanics here, Gammons. Like, I'm a bush mechanic. If I'd have known what I know now, I would have had my days over and over, and I would have been a mechanic. But I learnt through my dad. Something goes wrong, you learn how to fix it, so you don't have to pay a mechanic. A mechanic here now, down the road here, is on $110 an hour just to fix your car, just to get that car out here serviced before 15,000 is over $500. It's and it's got to be serviced. It's got to be serviced. Otherwise, you lose your warranty. And I've got 5 years warranty on there. So when we go on the run, when we go next week, it was Jeremy Clarkson. I thought it was. And the other guy now's got another show on called something about science. I'm just trying to think of his name. Yeah. No problems, no problems, no problems. Yeah, Jeremy Clarkson and the other guy, I can't think of his name off top either. He's got a show over here now called Something Science. Yeah. Motor cars. Being a truck driver, I used to have one hate, and one hate only. Changing fucking Richard. Yeah, changing fucking tyres. I used to hate it, mate. Hate it. I still do. Yes, I got my ass kicked by, I used to work for a big company, and James May was the other guy, yes. I got my ass kicked by a boss one day. I was coming back being back out of the city and coming back into the city, and I blew a tyre, and I thought, I've only got about 10k to go. I'll let it go. And I just kept on driving. It was on the triaxle, so it didn't really matter. Well, it did matter, but I was a bit slack and I let it go. So as I come into the yard, one of the big bosses walked out and sang out, "Hey, in the office in a minute." So I pulled up, shut it all down, and went over there, and he said, "You don't like changing tyres, do you?" And I said, "Oh, you know." He said, "Give me a reason why I shouldn't sack you." He said, "Because you've been driving on a flat tyre for about 30 or 40 kilometres," and he said, "You could have pulled up and changed it. What's your excuse?" I said, "I don't have an excuse." I said, "How do you know I was driving for that?" He said, "Because somebody that knows this company passed you and seen that you were driving and just kept on driving and you didn't pull up and change that spare tyre. Now, what am I going to do with you? You're a good driver. You're on time all the time. You're a conscientious worker. You've been here for a while. I don't want to get rid of you, but what are we going to do about you and spare tyres?" I said, "Well, maybe the next time is I better change the tyre." He said, "There's no such word as better. Budsville, ASU, USA. Yeah, no, and I learned a lesson from that. You get a flat tyre, you pull a motherfucker up, change it. But what can you say when you don't like to do it? You got to do it." And Budsville's in the house. Not too many Aussies. Good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. Not many Aussies in the house, mate. I think there's only one Aussie. One Aussie, and that'd have to be number one, Brendan. Oh, hang on. No, sorry, I shouldn't say that. We had Mr. Windy Hill was here before, but I think he might have dropped off. I'm not sure. No disrespect to you, Mr. Windy Hill of The Zaka the Cracker. What are we doing here? Dinner time. Well, it's 8:09 here. It's breakfast time with the gear. We're just discussing today's jab. With everybody that's here. On your way to work at the moment, driving to work. What, 5 minutes down the road? Hey? You didn't get the notification? Mate, I don't, when I do my streams, I just do it on the spot. It's no disrespect to anybody. I just don't put it up there that I'm going to start a stream at 5 o'clock. If I'm going to do something, I just go and do it straight away. And everybody come along and have some fun. I used to put up Mrs. Gammons has got home. The lovely yes. What happens if I speak about it? Do you reckon it might happen? If I talk about a person, wonder if they'll turn up. Google E. I'm free from Google E. Going live at 2 a.m. tomorrow. All right, well, we might come and visit your channel there, Buzzville. We might come. Oh, I think that's coffee's got bones in it. Where's Wally? They say. Wally's probably doing the daddy thing today, getting his live gaming. Down in the lucky country, we're all fine doing in the lucky country. Oh, there's a fucking fly in the house. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Where did you come from? Down in the country. Oh, things are crooked in Tarawuk. Down under. With some thunder. The fucking sun's belting out there now. It's... Ooh. There's so much energy, there's so much trouble for a guy with my energy online. Yeah. Hey, I can rip out some fucking words. I can rip people's fucking hearts out. I can rip them to shreds. Do it online, but that's not gonna fucking get anywhere. I could cause a lot of trouble for fucking other YouTubers that want to talk shit about other people. But that's why I don't allow it in this here. I just want to, I just want to be the cool dude from down under. A little bit of thunder here and there. And don't worry about what other people have to do with other people. We've got a few Aussies over here that they've got issues with other people. Everyone has an issue with somebody. You know. Everyone, we're not perfect, but we're not here to criticise somebody else on someone else's channel. If you've got your channel, that's right, Budsville. But if you got a problem with somebody else, and you both of you come to my channel and you're both my friends, keep the shit out of this channel. And you've got to, if you've got, naturally, other people have other channels. Put it up on your channel and air your dirty laundry all day, every day, as much as you like. But I'm here to be me, and I'm not trying to be anybody else. And I respect everybody else's things. So if I go to your channel and fuck up, you're gonna say something to me. If I go there and fucking air my dirty laundry against someone else that's your friend, or used to be your friend, that's just not on. Yeah, we'll get off that fucking subject. I say, do unto others as they do unto you. Is that a part of the Lord's Prayer? Do unto others as they do unto you. We're not a perfect world and we're not perfect people. Have some respect. And you'll live a better life. If there's no respect, keep it to yourself. Keep it alive if you like. I don't need no education. I don't need no That's right. 8 in the house, we're doing for 1 hour and nearly 50 minutes at 8:18 a.m. I reckon about 9 o'clock I'm going to have to end. Got to go and have a shower and put some food in my mouth, hop in the car and go and let a shout out. Ow! That was a jab, motherfucker. Now Now, hound brown cow. If I come home this afternoon on what I've got left in my weed, I'll be able to have a smoke, and then I'd say I might have to some chicken. I feel like chicken tonight. I had some frozen prawn cutlets done last night with a little bit of salad. They were quite nice. I don't know what we'll decide. Honey seasoning, ooh. I've got to have some breakfast very shortly. I'm going to have either Cocoa Pops or some Wheat Bix or some toast. Yes. We're trying to keep the avocado oil beautiful, but guess what? Avocado on toast. Get your avocado, put it in a bowl, cut it up, mash it up with a fork, put a bit of lemon juice and a good pinch of salt. Put it on some toast. Man, it's the fucking most. You cannot. Avocado is good for me too because it's got that whatever they call that fucking oil that's in it. Love avocado and avocado on a salad. I put mangoes in the fridge and let them get cold, and then when it's really hot of an afternoon, when you got the munchies, nothing beats a fucking mango, pal. Yeah, I love me. Well, it's a superfood, all right. There's a lot of people here in Australia. We grow fucking thousands and millions of avocados, and we're going to go and visit a few on our travels. Different things, for sure. Yes. We're going to eat lovely fish, big pineapples, lots of bananas, lots of potatoes, some nice grapes. You know, if you eat a mango before you start smoking, they reckon that mango adds more of a high to you from when you smoke weed. Mango gives you, if you eat mango before you have a smoke, it reckons it gives you a higher high. Pineapple plantations up here are big. Yeah, mate, anything that we get hold of, we look after ourselves. Wally Fish, we were just talking about Wally. I said, where's Wally? Wally's probably looking after his kids, getting them ready. Welcome back, Wally Fish. We're just having it's jab day, Wally. You've got to go and get the booster for the mooster so we can do what we've got to do. The first one in the house this morning was the lawn. Mate, you got to do the daddy thing. We all take our hats off to you, Daddy. you're going to do your thing. That's what it's all about. My mother told me once, if you dip it, you got to look after it. I brought mine to the park now there with their mum for a haircut. Ah. When you get to this age, pal, you don't need a fucking haircut, you just need a fucking trim. 2 hairs off the top and 1 off the back. We're going to be looking at about maybe 32. Not quite sure. I'll go out the back door later and see what it feels like, and I'll make the right choices. Just a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. I just realised something, gear that you have not oiled every day, right? I missed out a couple because I just had my oil about an hour ago. What I might have to do is I might have to not sure what the plan is. I'm going to wait till Friday, which is only 2 days away, and see what happens with automatic and the real estate and stuff. And then I've got to make out what I've got to do. See what we can do. I got one lot of fish paste left. I've got a little dab here too. Remember THC. Yeah, I know. It's all about the lick test, mate. Yeah, I know. Well, it's that's right. It's going to bring me undone. So what I'm really thinking about is get it into my system, and then give it a fucking big miss for a while. Give the weed a little bit of a miss, just until I, when we go to this next stop, that once we move out of here, we're only going to be there for 2 weeks. And once automatic knows that small block's good, in those 2 weeks I can smoke for the first couple of days, but I can't do anything afterward because I'm going into another state, and them little fucking blue and red, those little blue lights can come up behind you, pull you over, and you're on the side of the road with a big load. I just think I need to get it all out of my system and have a break from it, just for a little while, just to get on the meaning of road. See, that's what I got left, Wal. This sparkle. little diamond. So I got one little bud left of the fish special, and then when that's gone, I think it's get it all out of my system and be free to drive. Don't worry about the booze bus, and I won't have to hide. The 05 I'll never be, but the THC might get me. That's about what you got to think about, and it all comes back to how much you got to do and where you got to go. Yeah. I've got to go and wake Automatic up. It's she told me don't let her sleep after 8:30 because we got to leave here at 10:30. Do I have koalas where I am? There's no koalas right out here in my little area. They come in certain places. Koala's a common thing in Australia, mate. It's an Australian icon, the koala bear. We go to places that you see koalas. You've got to go into their habitat where their eucalyptus trees are full on. You go to the zoo and see plenty of koalas, but seeing in their original habitat is a very rare thing to find, and you've got to go looking for them. You've got to go looking for them to you beat the koalas up, motherfucker. They are. You beat the motherfuckers up, you beat koalas up. Well, come over here and let the kangaroo beat the fuck out of you. Eh? If you're going to beat a little motherfucker koala up, come up and stand up to the big boys, the buck and bush kangaroo, and he'll fucking punch with you. Ha ha ha! I know you're joking, Budsville. I know. The old kangaroo pal, he'll fucking knock you down and pick you up and fucking knock you sideways. Kangaroos, mate, they don't stand for no shit. If every Aussie was like a kangaroo, mate, you wouldn't be walking around talking shit because they'd be fucking the boxing kangaroo, mate. Wah, 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 wah. And if you corner a kangaroo, yeah, mate, he a kangaroo over here, mate. You corner him in the corner and he can't get out. Man, you're going to be fucking the second one that gets out. He can punch you, but also his fucking tail and his back feet. Well, that's like a fucking wow. You know, the kangaroo is not a. There's a guy over in America. He asked me. I started following his channel. David. He's called David City Lights. He's somewhere in the US. Lovely bloke, don't get me wrong, lovely bloke. And he said to me, I want you to do me a favour, Gear. Can you go and go and find a kangaroo? Go and get a kangaroo, put him next to you, and get him to sit there. Put some ice in his joey bag, and put a couple of cans of beer in there, and get him to sit there with you and have a beer. Well, mate, he got something totally wrong, mate. You don't get a kangaroo to come and sit next to you. They're not a human fucking interaction animal, except in the zoos. If you could ever get a kangaroo to put some fucking beer in his pouch, you want to take a photo of that, mate, because you'll never see it. Yeah, the Australian kangaroos are a beautiful animal, but when you get out and they're in the wild, them motherfuckers don't give a fuck, mate. They jump in front of you. That's why we've got big bull bars on our cars and our four-wheel drives, because they do damage like you wouldn't be surprised. I've hit them in trucks. I hit 3 one night, one after the other, bang, bang, bang. And the left-hand side of the bull bar, where they were all hit, was fucking bent. Broke the lights. No left-hand tail driving lights. And then we have the kangaroo's cousin called the drop bear. You got to watch out for them motherfuckers, because they just drop out of the air. Yeah. We got emus over here that could fucking, hey? They make fucking, what's his name? We got emus over here that they run like fucking nobody's business. Zaya the Aussie's in the house. Good morning, Zaya. Zaya's a true Australian, mate. A true Australian. Well, that's all right, mate. That's all right. It's I'm just trying to sum up the situation where a couple of days off the gear, for the gear, is going to do me all right. I'm not going to stress over it. I'm not going to worry over it, but I really appreciate the offer. But I'm going to see what happens when the house is sold, and if I can get a McDonald's quarter pounder somewhere with some really, really good fucking quality meat that's better than street, I'll be there with the paper as well. I've got a few feelers out, but we'll just see how it goes. I'm quite prepared to, to just sit back and let my body readjust to being marijuana free, just for me. The oil, the weed, you can't succeed in Australia because around the next corner you could be over 05, which will never be, but you could get arrested for THC. Isaiah the Aussie says, are you getting nugs, Wally? Wally buds. I'd rather wait until I get on the road, and I can go back up to the lady dealer, but I've got to put up with what she's got and her prices. And at the moment, her prices are up. Well, he said he fell asleep texting my dad. Well, hey, at least you didn't do it live. Like some people I know. I wonder who he's talking about. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about, Gear? Hey? Yeah. Who falls asleep on the channel? Must be fucking Gear's brother. Gear wouldn't do like something like that. There you go, Lorne, says Zaya with a big red star. Wow. I got a script, Wally. I got a script for T17, I think it is, or T17. I got two scripts there for 2 bottles, but they want $250 plus postage for 2 bottles. I get 20 grams for that, and I just think it's not the stuff to it's an all day one. I could ring up and get that today and have it here by Wednesday. Well, sorry, today is fucking Wednesday. I could have it here by Friday if I rang up in 20 minutes. I get the post today, express post to me, and I'd be here by Friday. But I'm not prepared to spend that sort of $280 or $275, whatever it is, to get it fucking here. Yeah, I know. That's. Yeah, I know. It's. When I first went on to Counter-Trek, that's what I got. That and the 225 and the oil. The 225, absolutely fucking. It was great. Yeah, Budsville, it costs a lot of money, and you got to get it through. You got to get through customs, mate. And if you put someone's names on it and it doesn't go through customs, you get a on the front door. It's called the Federal Police. Come and say no more. What strain is 225? I think it's Topaz. Topaz, that's right, Wally, it's Topaz. The other one's oh, here it is here. Here it is here. See? 225. But that's not what's in that. It is yours because it's got your name on it, mate. It's yours. Even though you don't know who sent it, you can still get, mate. You can still break the immigration, if you're going to make your own strains there, my way of saying to you, man, my good man, was make a strain called Zaya the Slayer, and knock them all out with a bud. Make sure that the stuff is as good as you can get, and it knocks the fuck out of you. And then you can say that Zaya the Slayer was a good fucking smoke. Zach, the Windy Hill man's back. Good on you, bloke. Yeah, well, that's left. No more left after that. Yeah, but Budswell, you're saying you wouldn't be liable. Once you post a parcel and it's called a carriageway, it's like a telephone, you're responsible for it. Yeah, I know. You put an address on it. That's it. That's all that's left of the fish cake special. And with the fish cake, we've got some sauce with it, so we're going to get smashed a couple of times. Hey, I've been waiting for that motherfucker to send something over to me since before Christmas, mate. A lot of talk goes over in the USA about, hey, we'll send something over to you. Okay, well, hey, if you want to know something, Nexus is the man. But, yeah, I just think the gear's he's got a responsibility. I'm not going to put any, once I start to keep smoking and taking oil, I'm going to put a lot more strain on automatic. I rate the medical there, Zach, is good. Some of the stuff is really good, mate. The oil fucking does me really, you know. I think the oil's a great thing for me, but it's going to be a downfall, as you know, in Australia and in Victoria and New South Wales and every other state. They've got fucking random drug and alcohol tests. The copper's got the right to test you for alcohol, and then he brings out the little fucking lick test and says, try this quickies. And if you've got the THC in you, you're fucked. I can get a 3 months ban on my licence, and if I go to another state, yeah, I know. It's yeah. They should give everybody, you know, that's on the medical. This is a good thought of mine. Everyone that has been processed by the medical practitioners and is entitled to have medical weed and oil, they should give us the freedom to grow our own. Can't beat mangoes. Well, you know, we should be able to grow. I should be able to go out the backyard there and grow my own medical fucking weed from a medical strain. And as long as I don't do anything except use it for myself, there shouldn't be any fucking complaints. You know? Make it free, and that would cut out a lot of fucking of the middleman. If they ever do that, that's right. Well, mate, if you could announce the good stuff in medical, mate, I reckon you're looking at $500. You know, $500 or $600, and it would be good to have ounces of that, but it shouldn't be that amount of fucking money. Yeah, right. The medical mango. Why would you lose your job, Zaya? You smoke normal street weed. I'm not sure what you're trying to say that. Man, I'm looking forward to that, Zach. I got itchy feet, mate. They're fucking burning to get there. See, that exactly what we're talking about there, Zach. That day that if we do come and all hook up, you the day after that, I'd be a big contender to getting out of Melbourne and heading north, for a stop and fucking lick and drink test. So that way I've got to put some more strain onto automatic, and I can't sit around for a week and wait till it gets out of my system. So there's a lot of things you need to think about. Tell me, Zach, what you mean by you might lose your job if you got on medical. I'm just not sure of what you mean, bro. If you smoke pot and they test you, you're still going to get tested for THC in your street weed. Were your fucking ears burning or what? Were your ears burning? Because I was talking about you, and it was in the good talk, but I said if I talk, I wonder if the motherfucker could hear me. That's right, mate. It takes weeks. Well, I'm gonna find out when I go and talk to my doctor on Friday. Brendan, that's a good point. No, the question was Isaiah. Sorry, Zach. Zach was just saying he was making a point that he could, if he's as you know, he's a lover of the 420, and if you smoke the weed, he could lose his job. Oh, okay. My boss tells me not to come in when they're doing testing. Okay, Brendan says not in to get absorbed into your stomach, not by. That's a good point, Brendan. I'd love to find that out, because if the oil's the oil and it's not going to show up on a lick test, I'm all for it, mate. I'll keep on going with it, because it really. Well, there you go. Different points that people are making here. Wally says THC in the system is THC in the system. That's right. It's got to pass. It's got to pass your mouth. It's got to go in through your system and into your blood. But when you put your tongue out and they do the test, it's passed over your nodes. And that's where it's going to.
Hello.
Good morning. The lovely automatics out of bed, and we've got to pull our head in and go and have our jab soon. 2 hours and 24 minutes. Wow. Yeah. See, Zaya's got a good boss there. Got a good boss. A lot of bosses now wouldn't even know, except, I suppose that. Good morning, Glenda Wallyfish says. Yeah, well, I'm gonna ask a question on that one, Brendan, for sure, and I'm gonna listen to Wally says this, and you say that. Let's just see what comes out of it. We're not trying to put you up against each other and say that one's wrong and one's right. It's a whole new ball game when it comes to roadside testing, and you know. But then again, it's only testing for THC or marijuana and other illicit drugs. If there was no marijuana as a thing now, see, they let you smoke it medically, but you're still not allowed to drive a car because you've got THC in your system. Well, yeah, I know you're not speculating, Brendan, but everyone's got that little. I listen to your words, bro. I listen to what you say, and I listen to what Wally says, and I listen to what Nexus says. Nexus says to me before we had a one-on-one conversation that he was the one that really put me into the medical side of it, and he asked, mate. He's not a doctor, but he knows it a lot, and I listen and I have a lot of respect for the guy. He asked me about my medical condition, and I told him. And he said to me that what's in front of you is going to help you in many ways, and I listened, so I got onto it, and I think it's great. But I said to him, you can keep it in, you can keep it in that bottle, and the coppers can't fucking do jack shit about it. But all they can do is test you, and if you come up positive on the THC, is hop in the car and come with me. That's what the law says. And till you get to court and you have it heard by what I call him over here the beak. He's called the judge. He's the beak. He's the one that has to speak. And he's got your fate in his beak. Mandatory. Am I honestly going to travel for 2 years without THC in the system? Mr. Google. If I go and stay somewhere and stay for 3 months, 2 months, I'm gonna smoke. Yeah. For sure. I'm gonna smoke. But if I'm there for 2 weeks, when I get there and I say, okay, I don't put a time on staying somewhere for so long, except in about 4 places like Fraser Island. I intend to stay there for up there in the weather. It'll be cold down here. I'm going to stay up there in the summer. In our winter down here, I'm going to stay up on Fraser Island for 6, 8 weeks. And do you think I ain't going to smoke any weed in that time? I'm going to make sure that I've got weed, and I'll smoke it for 4 weeks. Then I'll say, well, okay, I've had a good stay. It's time to get on the road. Yeah, you can take cocaine and get away with it. You can't take fucking MMD and fucking MDA and all that sort of stuff and that other shit, that ice. But you can become a recovering addict, and you can still drive with that what's that stuff that they methadone. They let you fucking drive with methadone in your system. Had a good time, time to be on your way. That's right. It's yeah, I'm going to match a bit of both. Yeah, you know. You could offer me a fucking ton of fucking ice. I wouldn't even fucking think about being the first person to fucking, you know. A forklift, mate. No, that's right. When I was a sick man, I was on fentanyl, 100 patches through the morphine wasn't strong enough. Fentanyl was. I drove a car once just down the road and run into the gutter because I had no conception of space, what was in front of me. Opiate. There you go. That's a good laugh there, Buzzville. It says a lot for the gear over here. Opiate addicts sleeps and doze off midday, etc. Scary to see them on a forklift. But guess what? When you see me nodding off, I ain't on no opiates. I am not an addict. They do. I don't. I'm on the nod for the wrong reason. I'm on the nod because I'm lack of sleep, lack of fucking energy, and I'm awake. It's a long day to do fuck all in 24 hours. The gorilla's gone live, has he? Yeah? When you go over there, tell him to send something over. Send something over. Yeah, I know. We're all different. I'm not having a go at you, Buds. I know, mate. I can sit here, and because I'm an old man and I haven't had a fucking enough. I hate sleeping, mate. You know, it's only just because you need it to fucking keep going. What do we sleep for? We're just wasting fucking time of our on Earth. If we could invent a fucking pill. You got to bounce here because you got to go, Wally. Good man. Much love. But no, it's I'm not off asleep at home, mate. Hang on a second, I need something. There we go. Exactly, mate. You see this thing? You got them, Buzzville? You know what they are? You know what they are, Buzzville? Aussies know what they are. It's all just another brick in the wall, I gear. Guess what? Proud and loud. Proud and loud of that one, pal. Number one in the gear's head. Number one. And not word for word, but I could really fucking sing listening to Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon. But did you? No clue, Budsville. Well, they're roly papers. They're what we call roly papers. You know, you roll your cigarette, you roll your joint in it. And I'm out of cigarettes. I'm out of them fucking dirty, filthy fucking motherfuckers that I smoke. I'm out of them until we go to town. But Automatic done some pre-rolls for me of her tobacco. And look at that one, it's still got the edge sitting up on it. Ha ha! Hey? Hasn't been stuck, the paper hasn't stuck. And if I fucking... I know you don't have that blend. Yes, I know. She's a good woman. I just said I'm out of smokes. She buys the roll your own chop. You get a 200 grams. Is it auto? I'm not sure. I think it's 200 grams for... It's wonder I'm not fucking coughing me fucking ass out. What's Google asking? Yeah, we got tobacco over here called White Ox. And if you want to know what fucking White Ox is, mash some up and put it in a fucking bong and have one. And I know blokes that they call them backy bongs, and that's what they fucking backy bong on. It'll take your head off, mate, smoking the shit, even just fucking smoking it. Mate, I used to pinch my dad's cigarettes. He used to smoke a brand called Peter Stuyvesant back in their day. And when he caught me, well, I started at a very early age. My grandfather used to smoke the non-filters, and he used to live next door to us, and I went to his place when I was a little boy and pinched one of his cigarettes and a box of matches and went out the back of his shed and lit the cigarette up and dropped the match. Well, the grass caught on fire. I got my leg burnt. I burnt the side of my pyjamas, so I took them off, went home, took them off and put another pair of pyjamas on. And I was only like 6 or 7, and my mother said to me, "Where's the pyjamas you had on last night?" And I said, "I chucked them in the machine, Mum." So she didn't say nothing. And then my grandfather said, "Someone was at the back of the shed this morning and they've started a little fire. And I found some of this burnt clothes. Have you seen this about?" And my mother said, "Yeah, there is pyjamas." So she went and looked in the washing machine and she said to me, "Where's your pyjamas, mate? What did you do?" I said, "I had an accident." And she found out, my grandfather said, "A bloody accident." He said, "You pinched one of my cigarettes." He said, "And you lit them up with my matches?" Yeah, so, cigarette at an early age, pal. Hello, the fairies in the grow. G'day there, mister. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Everyone's all right there, Fair. We're going to have our jab today, Fairgrow. About 40 minutes away. Have our jab. I don't know what else. Oh, we might have to go and see. We might have to go and do something. We're going to go to the post office. We're going to change all our mail. Yeah. Where do you live when you're on the road? What's your mailing address? Post office box, I don't fucking know. Forward it to where? Do coppers have guns there or just flashlights? Ha 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 ha! Do we have guns? We have fucking Glocks. We have lasers that'll fucking knock you down like a man. No, the coppers have the good morning smoke screen. Good morning. Yeah, of course we got guns, mate. We got guns in the sun and fucking, that's the last resort, they say. But laser guns, mate. We are girt by sea. That's right. We're just an island. We're just an island in the sea. We are girt by sea. Now, I don't know about a 357 Magnum now. Some of the coppers want to be Dirty Harrys all the time, mate. Maybe, I don't think there's ever been the 357 been used in those situations. You couldn't be a Dirty Harry over here. There's a lot of wannabes, but I don't know. But anyway, we'll get off that subject too, because that can bring you undone too. Talking about guns. If you're going to use a gun, you want to use it well. Don't knock on the door and say it very well. But anyway, America, my last word is Buzzville, America is nearly run by the gun lobby over there. Over here, pal, we can, Aussie Grower 420. Welcome again, mate. Welcome again. We've been on for 2 hours 43. Unfortunately, I've got to turn this off about 20 minutes so that we can go and get ready and go and have our booster shot. Unfortunately, we've got to go and have it. It's all been lined up, and our certificate to travel will be okay. So it's every yeah. We just gotta follow the fucking, I hate being told by government that I've got to do this and I've got to do that. If I wasn't going anywhere, I could shove it where the sun don't shine. It's not a thing that I take lightly, but I also listen to my doctor. Yeah. They're not forcing anybody here. They're just, if you don't do it, then they're going to put you in a section that says you can't walk into here, you can't do this, you can't do that. That's discrimination. That's where it all fucking goes back to. We either have one rule or no rule. It's no good having two different fucking sides saying that, you're put into this one, you're put into that one. That's the part that shouldn't happen in any country, because they're putting you they're classifying you as a yes or no person. Do they want to? Are they going to fucking show their hand and tell us what they're going to do? They can tell you something, but just because they're the government, are they going to do something? Politicians talk a lot of shit, and I don't want to talk about politics and arguments and shit like that about what one person thinks about something else about. Everyone respects their opinion, and I respect yours. So, if people think that I'm doing something wrong because I've gotten vaccinated, I'm only doing it because I want to try and get around this country without having a lot of fucking bullshit to fucking see. If they say, hey, you can't come here because you haven't been vaccinated, that's discrimination in my book, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. Why should we be discriminated against? People that says no, I'm in your court, but people that say yes, I'm on the other side, because I know what I want to do and what their rule is. I've got to succumb to. You have the right to protest. You have the right to freedom of information. You have the right to your outlook on life. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, and we're not here to judge one another. We've never ever in this world been put on this earth to judge another person. Until they do something that what they do, it's their opinion, and everyone should. Morning Brown. Ha! Morning Brown. Ha! It's either coffee or shit. I like that. The first time someone said to me if I had me Morning Brown, I said to them, how the fuck did you know that I had a shit? And that's what they say in the USA. We call it coffee time over here. And as the time ticks away, there's a lot to say. Coffee. Eh? Coffee's the spice of life, if you like coffee. I don't function. Well, when I used to drive, pal, you can't, I didn't drink sodas and fucking stuff like that. I'd pull up, pal. Oh, it would mean heroin. Oh, okay. Well, that's right, hey. The Rolling Stones sound about sugar, brown sugar. Hey, didn't want to mix. Well, Mick wasn't talking about putting a spoonful of brown sugar into his coffee, was he? Hey? Hey, here's the master chef. The master chef, he's going to prove his wares. Well, that's right. There's a sorry to get off of you there. The brother chef, but no, Smokescreen's TV just made a fucking true and honest fucking part to a question that we're talking about now. You read that. That's right, because if you don't have the jab, you're going to isolate yourself, and it's a no-win situation. You either do or you don't. There's you can't be sitting in the middle saying no. And I'm going to go back now and forget about that bit of a subject and welcome back the the Ziggy D in the channel. Good to see you, bloke. Up and ready for another big day up there in the beautiful place of the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. He's in heaven on earth at the moment, and we might be in heaven down here because the sun's shining. But when we get up there, we're gonna do a lot of things with the Ziggy D. We're gonna go. He's gonna show us some beautiful spots. We're gonna unhook the caravan, and when he's got some free time, whether it be night or day, we're gonna go out and show what's out there in Ziggy's world. Ziggy's in a beautiful spot, and I haven't explored it a great lot. I've been to where he is, and he's just passing through. But I want to spend some time with the Zigster and let him show his wares on his cooking, his interesting place, the beaches, the surroundings, the cafes, the pubs, his friends, all about it. We're going to do something there with the Zig. There's plenty of places to go. On the Dome, exactly, there's another one there. Why is it legal to drive on the Dome? Why is it legal? Oh, because I'm a recovering addict. I'm not sure I'm not knocking anybody that's been on that road and that journey before. I don't knock you at all. That was your choice. But I'm just saying, for the driving part of it, it shouldn't be allowed. We have other rules that doesn't come into. Everybody's entitled to do what they want to do in their life, and I'm not saying that you're a bad person because it's unfortunately it's taken over it takes over people's lives. Anything that you can think about. But drugs, politicians, laws, and where we stand and what we do, we've got a lot of wake up on to do in this country, and we've got to stand up for what we believe in. You can't be just that's what's it say? A McDonald's worker. I understand there the hook what you say. I'm in the same boat, mate. I don't have any time for him. I don't have him in my life. I have a picture of a I'm going back quite a few years ago in my wallet of a 30-year-old bloke. Now, that picture hasn't left my wallet for a lot of years, and that was one of my best mates who they found with a hottie on his arm underneath a park bench in a place called Cabramatta in Sydney, which is the Chinese fucking heroin capital of New South Wales. And they overdosed him, or he overdosed, whatever. And he come from Melbourne, and I carry his picture in there because it reminds me of the sympathy I had for him, that because he was on the wrong track, but also it makes me feel a stronger person that I don't want to fucking go down that road. I'd rather fucking punch on with two blokes, and I'm a diabetic, so I have to inject myself with noodles through diabetes. But if you showed me a noodle that had meth in it or anything else, you and I'd be punching on. You know, it's a big thing, and at the moment, that part of people using it is having an effect on my life. It's having an effect on our family life because there's a part of it that's not us. It's another part of the family that's has that problem. And the help's been there, but it just hasn't eventuated. What's it say? Thought you were talking about telling that joke at work. Yeah. Oh, mate, look, it's hey, I got some true Vietnam veterans that come back from Vietnam, and they were beforehand they never touched drugs in their life. When they come back to Vietnam, hey, it is what it is, you know. And people that use that stuff, no, I don't discriminate against them. I don't say that. Oh, I'm not going to talk to you about it. But if you want to play a part of my life, then I'm not going to be a part of that life. I went to a party one night and someone said, "Hey, you want to come in here and get high? Let's fucking go. Let's go." I opened the door up and someone was putting a tourniquet around my arm. And I said, "What's going on?" They said, "Well, we're going to give you a hit." What the hit of fucking what? Oh, no, I didn't come here. I come here to smoke some fucking weed. I don't need anything else. And they didn't want to know me after that because they wanted to be on their side of the fence. You got to work out what you want in your life if you want, you know. I've had junkies rip me off left, right and centre. I've had real people take me for a ride. It's all about what you want, who you want to associate with, and once you meet someone, you can understand that if you want a friendship, it's got to be a fucking two-way street, you know. Yeah. We can talk about different things for days, mate. I hold my views, might not be your views, but if you want to live your life your way, that's all you got to worry about. You know, is what you think. Who comes into your door? They're coming into your life. So if they don't respect that when they walk in the door, then fucking walk in one door and keep on going out the other and don't let it hit you on the arse on the way out. But everyone has an opinion, and an opinion is fucking what you think. It mightn't be the right opinion, it mightn't be the wrong opinion, but it's what you feel, and it goes back to say, I'm not here to judge you. You know, I'm not here to judge you because you do this or you do that. I'm the black sheep of my family, of not of this family, but my other family in my cousins, and I don't have any aunties and uncles left because my mum was the last one to pass. But all my cousins, I'm the black sheep of my family, and I don't give a fuck about my other part of my family because they've always labelled me as the black sheep of the family. One is because I speak what I say. Two is because I smoke a bit of weed, and not in your life, you're a drug addict, you're a druggo. Oh fuck, my cousin's a druggo. I got to push myself away from that bloke. You know, I'm only here because he's my mother's nephew and my mother's sister's son. I'll keep in contact with him, or I'll do this, but he's a drug addict. Oh, we can't do that. You know? Oh, he likes to fucking live differently, you know? He doesn't mind this, he hasn't got a house. He's been in a relationship, now he's in another relationship. Why? That one didn't work out, this girl, because of drugs? No, it's fucking not. And some of them one of them come knocking on my door over 25 to fucking $40 fucking debt. And said, oh, when are you going to pay that money back? Well, I only fucking asked you. You only give it to me last week because at 3 o'clock in the morning, the fucking ATM was down and you were around, your light was on, so I went and asked you for $20 and you give me 30. And I said, I'm not going anywhere. And then you fucking come knocking on my door at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you owe me that money for a week now. Money, fucking hungry bitch, get the fuck out of here. I'm the black sheep of the family, and if you don't like my way, get the fuck on the highway. It gets me fucking wild. I get fucking really fucking wild when relatives start telling me that I'm going to become a drug addict, I'm going to become a heroin addict because I smoke marijuana. Get the fuck out of here. Money's an evil. Drugs are evil. But it's my choice. It's your choice. Enjoy what you like. Do what you want to do in your life. And don't say to anybody, you're this or you're that. Look in your own backyard. And if you can't look in your own backyard, take a good look in the mirror and see what you see. Because that's where you find yourself and who you want to be. And yeah, hey, I got a relative that they're a little bit older than me. This is a true story. She worked for a major fucking bank for 40 years. He was a builder for 45 years. They retired, okay? They owned a house in a fucking $1 million suburb in Sydney. They owned it outright. That's right. Money only buys happiness if someone else pays for it. That's exactly right. Happiness doesn't bring everything together. But going back to what I said, they had a $1.8 million house. They were retired. They never have to work again. And because she wanted to have a better fucking social life, she wanted to go and buy a bigger house that was worth another $700,000 on what she already had, just because it had a fucking tennis court and a little bit of a fucking pond in it. So she had to go back. She's gone back to work. They got a fucking mortgage now of another $600,000. They're in debt, all because she wants to go and play a game of tennis. And I said to her, I said, you got fucking rocks in your head. And she said, well, I'm better than you because I'll have something where you won't have anything. She said, you'll die a lonely fucking an old man. That was when I was a single bloke. And I just said to her, get the fuck out of my life. I got taken to the cleaners. I got washed to the fucking in the washing machine and in the fucking dryer, and got spun dry, and everything that was in my pocket fucking went out. But I learnt my lesson, and money to me is a stepping stone to get through today, to bring you into tomorrow. How many espressos have I had? Not enough sunshine, rainbows? I'll, Google the X. The X, mate, the X. Oh, don't bring me into it, pal. But, nah. Who's that gear I speak of? You don't want to know, and I ain't going to tell. Because to my right is my life, and her name is Automatic, and there's nothing else matters. The past is like watching the water go underneath the bridge. You'll see it go past, and when it disappears, you'll forget about it. So, the past is the past. I've got a beautiful daughter from the past, and I love her with all my heart. It's been a difficult journey for both of us. It's only because her mother's brainwashed her in some ways, and I just haven't been there for her every day. And I blame that all on the other half. Hey, you get put into a corner, you get put a label on you. You when you get out of the corner, you just say, well, I'm not going back to that corner. Ah! Dank says, respect to Automatic for putting up with your gear. Yeah, mate, I did the round trip. Man, I've got happiness. I have a happy relationship with my lady. You know, we've been together for so long. We don't argue and fight. We're on the same page every day. And, you know, she's my life, mate. She's my rock. She's been here for me every day of our life. Together. And I moved here because I fell in love with her. I didn't move here to because it was a convenience. I come down to visit that lady, and hey, we went our separate ways. I went home. She came up and see me. We felt something together because of our birthday. If we didn't have our birthday, things might not be the same. But because that day is special to both of us, the 28th of November, we have that special feeling. And it's a lady that done my cards for me said, if you ever leave that relationship or that relationship breaks down or it just ceases altogether, you will not find happiness or love in the true respect that you have with that lady now. And that says it all. Happiness, love, and togetherness. And it's all forms a part of being honest with each other, having the same commitment as each other, thinking about the same things that we go and share together, and making the same decisions together. If one's got more than the other one's always there. If the other one hasn't got certain things, hey, it's called equilibrium, 50-50. If you put 50% in, you get 50% back, one from the other. And you put the two 50s together, you got 100. You can't only ask for any more than 100%. So, in another 8 minutes, the gear's going to disappear at 9:15, 10:10, 20 to 10 now. I've got to get off here. I've got to go and have some breakfast and have a shower, put some clothes on, and you'll all hear the gear sing out. They'll say, lift your arm up, gear, and we're going to jab you here. That's right, mate. Family. It matters in your home life, and when you get onto a social media, the family in the community that you want to be in. If you want to be in a certain community, you stay in that community and you enjoy it, and you make it part of your community. If you want to be a part of it, the 420, that's what you do. And we all say things that we don't mean, and we all do things that other people don't like, but we shouldn't be jealous of each other. We should be all sharing the same input that each person wants to put into that community, and we either listen to it. We've all got an opinion, as we say, and there's some people that have a lot more to say because they've been there and have done more than what the younger generation. No worries, Ali. No worries there. You stay safe. And Dank McDizzle, without a fizzle, you're the dude. from the UK, much respect from my way. CSL Lawn. He's the boomerang of the Canadian. Aussie Jeffro, good to see you in the channel, mate. Have a great day. Bong on Smokescreen TV. Bong on to you too, bloke. I'm not going to have any bongs. Because I don't want to be too smashed to go into this place. I've only got a little bit left. I've tried some oil, so the automatic will be doing the driving today. The first Aussie in the chat this morning was Brendan himself. The first overseaser was CSL. Good to see you all, guys. I'll be back sometime this afternoon, just for a little while. Got a few things to do when I come back. And look at that, unlucky 13, but it's lucky for me because there's 13 people that come to see me. What a way to go. But if I can stay here all day. Gear changer, GG's looking for some money for lights. Do you have any more to give him? Motherfucker, I wish I did. I'd give him the world in one bid. I don't have $1.
Everybody's going on GG station.
I don't have $1. What about you, Triple B? You must have some fucking money to give him. You're over that side of the woods. Hey? I helped the bloke out, mate, because I believe in him. I believe in the gorilla, mate. I believe him because he's got fire in his eyes and he don't talk shit. Other people in the USA might have something to say. I respect the guy. And there's other people in the YouTube atmosphere that I've mate, I don't mind when I put a few dollars out, sponsor a few channels. Someone's doing it hard. I give out more than I give back, mate. I'm not after something to give back. I'm after helping. And if mate, I'm a true blue Aussie, mate. If I see one of my brothers down and out, hey, I'll give him what I can afford. And that's what I did with people in the US, mate. I give what I can afford to make sure that they're in a little bit better position. So, I don't know. You haven't answered me, Triple B. Why don't you start a crowdfunding, surf funding over there for him and see what he can get? I love the bloke, but I just, right at this particular time, I haven't got a spare dollar to scratch myself. It might change soon, but right at this particular time, pal, I'm doing it fucking hard. I'm doing it hard. Things are going to change. I've got to look what I've got to do when I'm over here, mate. I've got a lot of money out the back there. I've got a lot more money to put into it. So I've got to watch what I do, mate. To go travelling, yeah, it's what you want to give out, mate. It's not what you ask. People don't ask for it, you know. If someone asks for it, they don't need it. But if someone's genuine and someone wants to donate to somebody's help, that's a good gesture, you know. People put PayPal in their account. If you want to donate, you feel free. There's no just because you don't donate to someone's channel doesn't mean you haven't got the respect for them. Money's a fucking evil, mate. You either got it, you haven't got it, or you want it. But you know, I'm here for my family in the US. The true people. A lot of people don't give a rat's ass about me because I'm a friend of somebody else's. That's right, mate. I have respect for a lot of people, but people that come along and say to me, "Oh, you are mate of the fucking gorillas, don't come to our channel anymore." And I got fucking labelled, mate. What did I do to you? You called me brother yesterday and then you stabbed me in the back, cunt, and told me to get off your fucking channel. I wasn't welcome. But yesterday, when I told you what had happened with my beautiful partner, Automatic, you said, I told her that she had a heart attack, and you said to me, I'm not going to tell you who this is, but this is someone else talking. They said, hey, brother, I'll say a prayer for you. And they said a prayer. If you know, and then you called me brother yesterday, and then the day after, because something happened over in the US with somebody else, you say to me, don't come out here no more, Gear, you're not fucking welcome, because you're a friend of somebody else. You're labelling me, cunt. So get the fuck out. People that want to fucking argue and shit, get the fuck out. So, Triple B, not for me. So, I know there's been a few what do they call it, fucking dodgy accounts come through. When someone creates a dodgy account to talk about somebody else, they're the fucking culprits, mate. They're the motherfuckers that should be fucking, they're the dodgy ones. They're the fucking dodgy cunts because they're too scared to fucking say it on their own fucking live, or they're too scared to fucking stand up and say what they mean. You're stabbing someone in the back when you're a fucking dodgy fucking, you put your another channel up just to fucking air your fucking dirty laundry out on someone else's fucking thing. Yeah, that's right, that's right, Google. That's right. 3-minute warning, the gear's out of here. I love yous all. Yeah. You know. What does it say? I'd send you gear cash for the countless hours of entertainment. Blake, I love you for that. Hey, the entertainment's for free. I promise you, the entertainment's for free. The gear's not here. The gear's not here to take anything for free. I pay my way, and yeah, I pay my way. People offer. Someone up in near Canberra has said to me, call in and see me and I'll give you a bag to take with you that'll keep you out of trouble for quite a while. And that's just somebody out of the blue on this channel. Never met him. He's just joined me and he's a true Aussie, and you know, people over in the US sling me over a few quid. Yeah, mate, a few quid. Our dollar's only worth fucking 70 cents, mate. The Aussie dollar's only worth 70 motherfucking cents. So, yeah. Little blue robes. Ah! This is a dressing gown. This is a dressing gown, true blue. It might be true blue, but it's got a fucking whoops. It's got a sign on the back of it that says it all. And that's the New South Wales rugby league team called the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. I've been loyal to them motherfuckers for lots and lots of fucking years. Yeah, I've had this for probably, 10 years, 12 years, a little bit longer. Yeah, mate, I don't follow a great deal of football. I follow my team we don't have I'm in Mexico now, and mate, I'm in AFL country down here, and the only well, that's right, AFL, Mr. Smokescreen. I was born a Welshman. I come to Mexico for love. Hey, Ziggy D, it'll be you and me having a beer together, a feed together, and a bro together. Kick 'em, not throw 'em. We pass ours. We don't do an up there Kazali and pull pants down. We get around the good game and smell each other's asses when we get into a scrum, eh? And then we do stupid fucking things like those idiots up in New South Wales do. One fucking footballer in New South Wales put his finger up a fucking other footballer's ass when they were in the scrum. Ha! We passed the football. Soccer balls are made for kicking. Yeah, the American foot iron. Go the Titans. Yeah, well there you go. He lives in New South Wales. He follows New South Wales when the money's on the state of origin, but he's a Queenslander up there. That's the young Aussie Auto. Yeah, we'll see. I think Zaya's the same too. He follows another. I don't know how to spell it. Ever heard of this name? Hopawadi Stopper Fardy. Ha! That's exactly right, mate. That's what I haven't heard the party. It was called the Five Finger. Five Finger or Malmaninga. Smell my finger. Zaya Eels. Oh, okay. What's the matter, Parramatta? Eh? Oh. Anyway, I've got to go. No more to say. Otherwise the gear will be waiting here. I've got to be at my appointment. I've got to have breakfast, shower, get dressed and be out of here in 20 minutes. So I stayed for as long as I can. All the best. Have a great day. Have a great night. Love yous all. And thanks for being here. Stay strong. Stay cool, calm and collective. And think about your fellow friends. If they're your enemies, silence is golden. If you have a say, they know. Silence, if you want to silence someone, that will really get them it gives them some ammunition. And then if they retaliate, it's their mistake. Love yous, leave yous, guaranteed. The automatic's out of the shower and I better go there. Yo, yo, let's go.